What is going on, people? You're tuned in to 1-800-TheDeej.com. Today, bringing you an exciting Advanced Wars Days of Ruin replay. Oh boy. You know why I'm dressed up like this? Because my ass went straight from work to record this. This is how much of a bang this game is right here. Oh man. This match features me versus the #1 player in Standard in Days of Ruin. The #1 player in Fog of War in Days of Ruin, Mr. Plague himself. I challenged the best player in all of TinyWars.com to a standard match, a live standard match. This was a live game. And oh boy, it is a banger for sure. Wow. Anyway, let's talk about this map here real quick. This map right here is called Relegate. Relegators, mount up! That's what I think of when I hear the name. Relegate. Anyway, it's a mixed base map, and I love mixed base. If you know me, you know I love mixed base maps. A lot of chaos. You can shift from front to front. You don't know where you're fighting. You can fight on left, right, up, down, out. Who gives a shit? Anyway, we got 3 bases versus 3 bases and an airport on each side. We got temp airports as well near the HQ. They cannot produce units. I know, they look very similar to the normal airports, but they cannot produce units. They can only heal. Plot, spoiler alert, neither of us captures the temporary airport because it's kind of useless, to be perfectly honest. Actually, I think there's multiple temporary. We don't use temporary airports. We're a little too cool for that. I don't know if you noticed, but yeah. So there's you want to get control of the middle as well, but yeah, it's mixed base. It's nutty. Pretty decent high income. I think income around 25,000 per person, 26,000 perhaps. So pretty decently high income for 3 base mixed base. However, infantry do cost more. And a lot of other units, well, anti-air cost less, bombers cost less. Fun fact. But yeah, things aren't cheap in Days of Ruin in general, though. I'll just put it that way. Anyway, yeah. So you want to basically the idea is you have these two. If I'm blue, you have these 2 bases. You want to overcome this red base right here. If I'm red, you have these 2 red bases. You want to overcome this blue base right here because you have a step on them. See, the blue doesn't start off with the base. It takes them 2 turns to even capture that bad boy. Red as well. See, it's already been moved, so it can't actually get that first turn advantage. So you actually have to wait an extra turn as player 1. So you get a first step on it, and then you want to overcome. However, you can also do a little pincer. You can take blue, can bring down his forces here, and his forces up here, and pincer the middle red here, and try to go for an HQ rush, or any other weird combination of mixed base shenanigans. You can front shift. You can do whatever the hell you want, so it's a fun map. Bikes are going to be good on this map. I don't really use bikes very much, but there's good bike chains to capture this property, capture this property, capture this property, blah, 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 blah. Capture this property, I think 1, 2, 3. Oh, it takes 3. I don't think you can reach that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, you cannot do a chain there, but you can do a chain to here, to here, to here, or you can go from a bike 1 to, you get this one, then this one, then this one, or this one, this one, this one. Bikes are a must. You're going to have some biker bobs on this map. Not going to lie about that. So, anyway, let's talk about the matchup here. So, I didn't choose Penny. I didn't choose Hawk. This must be the wrong game. 1 second. Alright, now we're at the actual game. And I chose green. And he did red. Are we doing some colorblind shit this turn? I thought he went black. Anyway, hope you colorblind people out there are going to have a fun time. Anyway, you'll be noticing that the soldiers face different ways if you are truly confused. Anyway, I was the green player. Plague was the red player. And I chose my CO as Brenner. I said, listen, Mr. Plague, you've played thousands of games. I've played 5, maybe 6 games. I need a handicap, okay? So I got one of the best COs there are in Days of Ruin. Best CO? Pretty unanimous, Isabella. Overpowered. Not going to even go into her very much, but she's just overpowered. After that, Calder. He's been nerfed a lot, but he's still pretty damn good. And then after that, Brenner. Brenner, equivalent to like a tier 3 or tier 1. And he chose Lynn, which is like a tier 2.5. I don't think tier 2, which is like Tabitha and Forsyth. I think she's a little lower than that, and lower than Will. So probably like tier 2.5. I don't think she's quite tier 3. She's definitely better than like Penny and Waylon and stuff. But anyway, it's like I'd say a tier 1.5 of advantage, and I'm gonna need that shit. So anyway, let's talk about Brenner real quick. I'm Brenner, the defensive CO. I got a zone radius of 3, so I got a pretty big aura going on this whole game. 3 goes to 4, goes to 5 before my superpower. And but before we get to the superpower, all CO units in my CO zone, doesn't matter if you're land, air, sea, 10 offense, 30 defense. Advanced Wars, as you all know, defensive game. Defense, more important than offense. 30% defense, kind of a big deal. 30% is pretty damn good. Imagine stacking that shit on top of a city, a forest, in HQ. So, as you know, Greek defense. His superpower's not bad either. All units on the map get the bonuses, 10, 30, and you get 30 HP. It's like a mini handy Andy hyper upgrade. So you get 3 HP instead of 5. Still pretty good though. A lot of people, when they get CO power, sometimes they don't use them. Sometimes they hold them to keep that aura, like Tabitha, for example. A lot of people don't use Tabitha's super CO power because it's better to actually hold it and have that zone where everything gets 60-60. In this case, Brenner, I'm popping that scop as soon as I got that bad boy. So no questions asked there. My bad room brain can't handle holding on to a scop for too long, so I'm going to be popping that shit. Anyway, Mr. Plague over here is Lynn. I probably talked about it in a previous video, but Lynn is the defense, or the ground and vision specialist. There's no fog right here, but she's pretty strong units. Just a small 1 zone radius, but everything on her zone, it gets 10-10, and on top of that, ground units get 20-20. So basically ground units, infantry, what have you, tanks, 30-30. Pretty damn good. It's like mini Tabitha, except she has 1 instead of 0. So I talked to Plague. I was like, you should be Tabitha, so it's like 1 tier down. He's like, no, Tabitha's too overpowered on this map. I'll be mini Tabitha. So he went down a little further for Lynn because he knew Tabitha would demolish me. And he's probably right. She's really overpowered on this map because mixed base, Tabitha's good because you want to have face Tabitha against my own CO Brenner, so I have my defensive so he can't get his charge as much from killing units because my defense is so high. But in a mixed base, he can go to a corner over here and go to a corner over there, and I can't stop Tabitha going on a rampage with my defense because it's hard to keep up with everything going on in the mixed base. There's not 1 front or 2 fronts, there's like 7 fronts, which Tabitha excels in multi-front warfare, so you better watch out for that shit. Anyway, super CO power. 30-30 for every single unit. Vision's not really applicable in this map since it's standard, unless I was Penny. So yeah, 30-30 for all units basically, which is pretty good. So you're going to pop that scop, I would think. So 30-30, that's the story of Lynn. Pretty strong units. Brenner, 10-30, but I got a bigger zone radius, so that's pretty nice. Anyway, I was player 2, and without further ado, let's get into this match right here. Alright, and the game starts off with Mr. Plague playing as Lynn. As the red player builds an infantry there and a bike over here in the corner because there's nice bike chains as the infantry over here. You just want to capture that first property. So that makes kind of sense. I start off with the first turn advantage, so I have a starting off infantry there and there. My idea, of course, is to get an infantry over here and a bike as well because, as I said earlier with Plague, you want to capture this property. So Plague gets a nice little chain going over here. Doesn't opt to go for this in the back chain, but instead for the front chain in the middle. I opt to go for the back chain, rather, because I have the infantry capturing the front one over here. So there's a little bit of a divergence so far, but nothing too insane. Mr. Plague, just build bikes. 2 bikes. He got a bike over here now. He wants to get that chain there. Maybe they get that chain afterward. On the other hand, I think I stopped building bikes this turn, if I recall correctly. I'm spamming out infantry because I want to save some mun. I moved my bike over here because I actually want to capture this property, but I want to force him play a little defensive over here so he can't capture these too easily. I wanted to scare him, give him a little spook, so to say. So the spike over here is a little feisty, so it kind of scared me. So I opted to actually capture the city before the airport, because if I capture the airport first, he might be able to interrupt me by attacking my infantry on the airport with this guy on the city. So I actually, because of that feisty little biker over there, I actually opt to get the city before the airport. But ain't no thing but a chicken wing. I actually opt to interrupt this cap over there as well, because I don't like him. And I send another infantry as backup. He's probably going to actually attack my infantry over there in order to get this down to weaken, so I can't capture that in 2 turns. He probably wants to weaken me off. I go for the middle. Since he didn't go for the middle over here, the middle is basically all mine so far, so I'm loving that shit. Middle's where it's at, bruh. But yeah, Mr. Plaguey Poo, bringing his bikey back. Kind of thing. Now he's bringing his infantry towards the middle. He beats a recon, and actually I was kind of relieved to see a recon because I'm going to be able to afford a tank next turn, I believe. So this doesn't really scare me. Actually, I think I exactly calculated so I would be able to build a tank next turn. If I build 2 infantry and 1 tank, 10,000 funds, and I believe I have 10,000 funds next turn. So this recon can't even reach the middle. It can threaten that, but if I build a tank from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can't actually interrupt me without getting blasted by my tank. So when I saw that recon, I was like, whew, man, I'm not scared of a stupid recon like that. I'm well prepared. Look, I'm a newbie in Advanced Wars Days of Ruin, but I'm not a newbie in Advanced Wars. Blah. the main series, okay? So, as I said earlier, you get your veterancy shit, so I opt to kill that soldier. But first, capture that, get some nice chains going. Capture the back property. This is actually not a chain because of this wasteland. I built my tank like I mentioned before. Now perfectly protecting that biker. The middle, looking pretty good for me. I got some chains coming up. I can get this one right here next, or I can get this one up right here next. I actually have to be a little careful. If he puts his recon in the middle, I won't be able to defend too many things. So, when I bring my infantry down here, I want to get this little thingy over here. It won't be a chain, but at least I'll get those properties going, because he's already got the chain set up over here. He's going to get those two properties pretty easy with this one and this one over here. So he's making more progress over there, whereas I'm making more progress in the middle so far, so that's where we're kind of diverging. To be perfectly honest, I'm happy with my play so far. So, not really scared. Feeling pretty good. It's a live game. We had, what was the time limit? We had 5 minutes and 3 minute increment. So, and we ran out of time so often too. So the 3 minute increment, it seems like a lot, but the Days of Ruin, 3 minutes is not a lot of time. Not a lot of time. Anyway, he comes in, attacks my veteran. Owner of a Best Buy gift card, by the way, attacks it. Unprovoked attack. Meanie. So, brings in his little things. And see this tank over here? And I'm like, oh, he's going to CO that bullshit over there. He's going to CO that thing and attack my unit over here. He's going to finish it off with his infantry. So I got to build a tank up there. But I'm not actually scared, because if I build a battle copter, it actually covers that. So I was like, oh, if I can bait him into a chain over there, I will overall be able to overwhelm him with the combination of battle copters and the tanks. So I actually welcomed that attack. I was like, hell yeah. Bring it on, bitch. Let's go. Brings his recon in the middle, but I'm not scared. Builds a mech. I actually kind of disagree with that. He built a lot of mechs in this game. People in Days of Ruin love their mechs. He really wanted to defend that property, I guess. I didn't really mind too much, though. I saw the mech and I was like, whatever, man. I don't care. Anyway, I decide... What do I have? I have a lot of fun, so I'm like, Brenner, activate! I put my CO in this unit over here, because I want to get the control of the middle with my CO zone. Best place to have the CO zone is with most of the actions happening. So, I bring in my tanky poo. Actually, no, I don't. First, I attack this because I'm like, F you, man. There's a free hit. I could have brought it to the middle, but I opted not to, because maybe if he was in position to cap this, I would have, but I don't know. I didn't want him at that property. It's gonna go to the middle next turn. Okay. Maybe I left this open to attack. Yeah, I left the biker open to attack, but what are you gonna do? I don't really care. Reason why? I brought my biker in. Pow! This middle's mine. My middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is really close to his HQ, or to his base right here, so he's gonna get 1 tank day reinforcements, so that's a little interesting, but whatever. I'm more interested in what's going on at the top. I've got to build a tank because I know a CO is coming. I just knew a CO was coming. And let's see what happens. He brings in his CO. Now it has 50-50. 30-30 like I mentioned earlier for grand units, but he also has the veterancy attacked on top of it as a CO unit. 50-50. Now let's see what that shit does. It one-shots my infantry. A 50-50 tank without a comm tower. One-shots infantry on a city. Well, cities only have 2 stars instead of 3 in this, but still. I thought you would have to finish it off the infantry. No, just finish it off. Nonetheless, I was like, I don't give a shit. Bring it on. I'm not afraid of that tanky poo. That tanky poo don't scare me. He opts to attack this with the recon instead of finishing off my bike, which I was happy with, because I'm going to get those properties, bro. I'm going to get those properties. Gets a little greedy over here. I don't think he's going to get that property either. I have literally 1 turn away. I can attack from my base, so... Little feisty there. Opts to try to get me down to 9. Ain't having it. RNG God says, nuh-uh, D just getting that. So, send my thing to the middle. Have a little orb, but it's not really going to affect anything right now, but at least I can scare off the recon. So, bring my biker in. Threaten to take some props over here. That's not happening. You're not captaining. That's just how it is. Bring my infantry over here finally to get this chain. I'm scared about this getting killed by this and this though, so I'm like, okay, we can deal with that, but it ain't the end of the world. So now, I heal up my unis. So I actually opt to heal my biker, I believe. I wanted to keep him alive. I take care of my bikers, okay? They're ecologically friendly. So, I bring in this infantry over here as a strategic spot in order to threaten 2 properties at once. So I thought that was kind of cool. I could have brought it over. I don't know. I just wanted to threaten 2 properties at once. I also brought this one towards the middle because I really want to capture the middle. I want to take control of the middle. So now it's Plague's turn. I actually didn't build another tank over here, and I didn't attack his tank because I saw the roll, and it was saying I would do 3 damage, and I'd take back 5. And then he has another tank over there, and I was like, my tank would just die. So I decided not to do it, but I got a mech ready. I'm going to build a copter next turn, 100%. I don't think he's going to attack my tank because I literally have a mech that's staring him down. So, but unfortunately, he does get this kill off here, but I have a tank that can punish that. Although he does something smart this turn. He puts his freaking little infantry little bitch over here. Oh, sorry for the cursing, but I can't freaking kill that shit. Because this only has 2 HP, and that's soon to have 4, and then that tank comes in, so I can't actually kill that infantry. And he actually goes balls to the wall over here, attacks this tank into my tank on a city, near my mech, and tries to capture that with his bike. And I was like, I'm gonna punish that shit. I was happy when I saw that perfect glass. I was like, really? You're being that reckless with your tank? Oh yeah, let's go, baby. Recon's being a pest as usual, but I don't really care because recons are dumb. Haha, smirt. Anyway, builds more infantry. Builds another mech. He's mech spamming over here. I thought that was a little strange, but I was like, whatever. Mech spamming. This dude mech spams, but I'm not that type of person. So I capture that. Bring my tank back, because I'm going to build an infantry or some shit to kill off next turn. I don't know. That's my plan. But you'll see I make a monumental mistake this turn. Monumental. I was winning this game, or as of right now, I think I was winning. Just going to throw it out there. Not to be cocky or anything, but I make a monumental mistake. First off, I interrupt the cap. Get the tank down to 5. Looking pretty good. Build a copter, build a tank, probably. I have control of the center. I have more income than him, I believe, at this point. Yeah, 21,000, 20,000, I mean, barely. But I'm going to capture all these things in the middle, probably. Yeah, I have both of these. He only has one of these, and I have one of those. He does have these two, but I'm probably going to get that one, maybe. And he does not have that. I do not have that. Okay, there's some similarities, but I am ahead. And I'm going to capture the middle. The middle's mine, baby. Capturing those 2 properties in the middle. Boom, ba. Get some charge. Boom, ba. Capture that too. Oh, trip propers, bro. 13 charge. Let's roll. Yeah. So here's where the dumb stuff comes in. Yeah, let's look at my next spot. I have 8,000 gold. I built something that says 7,000. I have 1,000 funds. Infantry in this game do not cost 1,000. They cost 1,500. So I actually couldn't build anything from this base, and he can easily base lock me here. And I was so pissed about that. I literally thought I was going to win this game by like turn like 15 or 10 or some shit. I had the middle. His ECO unit's out of position. I'm going to win. I don't want to sugarcoat it. I'm going to win at this point. But catastrophe strikes, me not knowing what the flup Days of Ruin is. And he base locks me. Pretty easy to see. You just bring this, you'll see what he does. He basically, I was like, he would obviously see this. Any like 1,300 plus, maybe even like 1,200 plus player would see this. And easily just puts the tank on top. And I can't produce anything from there. So now I have 2 bases against 3. So that's not cool. He has a copter as well. I can't build anti-air, so that's not fun. And he interrupts the cap over there. And now I'm like, now I'm going to lose? Are you serious? Some bullshit. But I don't give up because I'm the Deej.com on CD-ROM. But it's annoying. I built an anti-air over here because now I have to bring my anti-air all the way from over here to the middle, then to over here to protect against the copters. Because it takes forever. And now I can't build anti-air over there because I base lock. So I gotta bring him all the way across the map, and I was royally pissed. He continues mech spam, but I'm not even attacking him over there. He thinks I'm gonna attack, but I'm not even interested in attacking him. I want to kill the recon, and I want to kill him off over here. So I don't really give a shit about those mechs. Those mechs can do whatever the hell they want. I bring my copter in. Boom! Get some extra charge. We're at 22 now. Soon to be getting that extra zone. Capture the middle, capture the middle, capture the middle. Let's look at the income right now. 2,300, 2,100, or 23,000, 21,000. I'm just winning in the income war. Story of my life. Now, bring my bikers in. Anti-air comes in. I need extra anti-air because he's spamming copters because he knows I'm weak over here without anti-air. And I bring my tank back over here because I'm like, I want to make sure that anti-air doesn't go over here. I want to make sure that mech doesn't do any funny business, and that tank over there doesn't do any funny business. And yeah, that's what my thought process also, that copter's getting close. I start spamming my own copters. Copters are pretty strong on this map. Copters are pretty strong in mixed-based maps in general, so I was happy to start spamming copters. Move my infantry back a slight little nudgy poo, just in case he gets feisty with his copter, which I doubt he would, but if he did, for some reason, I brought it back a little bit. Brings in his tank over there. Gets a kill. You know, he's got 27 charges. We're getting near getting an extra orb or whatever the hell, so it's going to have 2 spaces instead of 1. And now, capturing those properties. The tank actually goes off of there onto my HQ, kind of flexing. Now he blocked the copter instead of the tank because he sees I could attack that tank with my tank over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would be able to attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would not be able to attack from 2 angles, however, but I would be able to weaken it. He's trying to capture this property over here. He's going to capture this property over here. No, easily spamming mechs. Brings his anti-air down into his little aura. Breaks more mechs, more and more mechs. Everyone loves mechs. I bet another mech over here too. Yeah, just triple mech while you're at it. Just do it. Oh, builds an anti-tank. I'm not familiar with these units, and you'll see later on. I don't have any idea, but basically infantry do good against them. But they're really hard to kill. Like a tank will only do 30, medium tank 35, a war tank will only do 40 damage to an anti-tank on a road. On a road. This is all on a road. These shits don't die, man. I freaking hate anti-tanks. But they only move 4 movement. They're like artillery, but they can fire from close range as well. Let's bring on the glasses. This is a long game. Now, bring my copters down in. Bring my tanks down. I'm going to the middle. I'm getting my charge. Boom. See that? Now I got the aura going. That's the noise it makes. And now I'm like, pedal to the metal. I see these things are near my HQ. A little scary. He's going to try to capture my base and shit. I'm bringing all my shit from the middle that I now have complete control over to defend my great base over there. Still, my anti-air is not quite in range to kill off that copter, though, unfortunately. But I have my copter over there that could do some damage to it. This tank wisely retreats over here, barely into the little aura zone over there where it has plus 30 defense, so it's actually quite defended. It's as if it's on a forest. Actually, it's as if it's on an HQ because it has 10 defense plus 30 defense. So it might seem like, oh, you can still attack it. Yeah, but it's got a lot of defense, and if you attack that with your CO Zone unit, this shit is gonna wreck your whole life. And I built a Dushta. The reason I built a Dushta, he's got a lot of copters, and he's going to pull some bullshit, so I figured why not build a Duster. It's like a cheap fighter, basically. Doesn't do as much damage to a bomber or planes and shit. I don't think it even one-shots copters, but it does like 85, I think. 75. It only does 45 to bomb. Yeah, it's like a cheap... I wanted some cheap shit, because I wanted to build an artillery over here. Because I saw him angling for this property over there. I was going to plant my artillery there to prevent him from getting that neutral property so I can keep my lead, which now currently stands at 2,500 to 20... Just, okay, you know what I mean. 25,000 to 2,100. I've had an income advantage this entirety of the game so far. Anyway, feeling pretty good, even though I blundered. I'm still feeling kind of okay, though. I would have won, I think. But now, I got the Deej fighting me. And I'm not giving up. I never give up. Most games I don't give up. Anyway, in this case, bring in the Mechie Poos. Now they're starting to move. They were kind of just sitting around doing bullshit earlier. Now they're starting to come in over here. I'm getting a little nervous. I see all those mechs moving. Gets a little scared over here. Brings his artillery. Has a tank over here. Sees that I have a force of mechs and a whole bunch of shit coming in. Retreats his copter. Retreats. Everything's getting off the base now. Kills off my little poor infantry over there who's capping with 1 HP. These boys better run because they're not capping that shit. I guarantee it. Got him off my base. Got him off my base. Bad boy. Get off my base. However, that threat is real. I was so worried about that HQ cap. But I'm ready. I'm not going to let that happen if it's the last thing I do. I basically promised myself no HQ happening. See? Interrupt that cap, put my artillery there. Just put some units and shit. Build a tank or something. Yeah, now I'm capturing his properties over there. I'm going crazy with the property caps. I built an anti-tank over here. because I didn't know what else to build. I thought it was good defense, and I think it is, so I built one. He built one over here, so I figured I built one. Why not? I don't know what it even does very much, but I still built it. Got my Dusta. Bring my orb in. Get the capture over here. I dare him to interrupt that with his tank. He can't interrupt it with anything else. This, actually, this can reach. I get pretty ballsy over here. I actually throw my tank in the range of the artillery because I want him to base skip to keep that artillery there an extra turn. And this mech, I don't know. I just wanted to really, I didn't care about this tank. I thought it was a pretty good engagement because I have a whole shit ton of backup afterwards. So I bring in my big ass army in, basically. I dare him to take a copter-to-copter hit on me because he's going to do like 5 damage. I'm going to do 5 damage. Then I'll get the Super CO power and I'll heal back 3. So, and I got a Dusta. I'm feeling pretty good. Let's look at the statty poos. 24,000 to 22,000. Still in the lead. Still in the lead of units. I have less units because he base locked me. But I have more unit value. So I'm winning on unit value. I'm winning on income. He's winning on unit count. It's basically the story of the game so far. Comes over here just being a little pest. Attacks from his artillery, but leaves it completely vulnerable, which I was happy to see. This is a live game, remember. We're low on time. At this point, we're at increment, I think. We both have 3 minutes every turn. Now I know there's no hiding anymore. He's going for the HQ cap, and I'm not going to allow that shit to happen. So, he's going all in. Mechs at the bottom, mechs at the top. Infantry, artillery, everything under the sun. And, this is getting a little scary over here, though. Going in over here and also going over here. He's got, like, a huge unit advantage. I only have, like, a few infantry and a tank and shit. And those mechs are going to get scary. One's going to attack from the mountain, one's going to attack from the ridge, so I'm getting kind of scary. Not going to lie. Builds a bomber over here. Bombers! Only 20k now. Cheaper. They have pretty high defense, too. They have better defense than before, I think. Fighters don't one-shot them, I don't think. Cruisers do, because... I don't know, but they do. Whoa. Where are fighters? 65. Fighters only do 65 damage. They don't even one-shot bombers anymore. Bombers are OP. O-pizzle, man. So, yeah, I like bombers. Anyway. Capture properties. Capture properties. I'm killing the property game, man. Let's look at those. 26,000 to 20,000. Yeah, baby. Go for the base lock for myself. I'm like, hey, no, you little shit. Bring it on, bitch. I don't mind sitting on my base next turn. I'll base lock myself. I'm not letting get that HQ, though. I'm bringing all my shit in. I got my orb. I'm bringing my orb with me. I'm bringing my Dusta with me. I'm bringing my tanks with me. Anti-air, tanks, Dustas. I got a whole bunch of shit. Bring it on. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. I'm scared over here. So I built a medium tank because I'm scared. It is what it is. Scared over there. But, boom, bah, feeling pretty good. Not quite in the orb. But I have 39 charge. Lynn has 32, so we're both getting pretty close to her power. But I have a huge income advantage. Although you'll probably be getting these properties as well, so that's a little scary. So Mr. Plague. I'm getting close to a base lock over here. Boom, gets another hit. Boom. Expands his zone. Ooh, that felt bad. I misplaced this copter. I didn't realize that was a misplay on my part. I didn't realize that his anti-air would reach, I don't think. I thought it would just be copter to copter. Anyway, that sucked. But now he's got 51 charge. He builds a war tank, which apparently don't take jack shit from artilleries, because I learned that next turn. I thought it would do like 40 damage. No, an artillery does 35, and that's on a road. And this is on a base, or a factory. So it's going to do jack shit, maybe 2 damage max. So that kind of sucked. Wish I had built an anti-tank instead of an artillery, probably. That would have been a lot better having an anti-tank here instead of an artillery. Not gonna lie. Then this bomber's going for over here. I thought he was going for over here. And I see this bomber over there. I'm like, oh, flup. That's not good. The anti-tank's coming in. Yeah, this is looking scary. So, I'm getting scared. We're running out of time, too, so I'm like, what do I do here? You know, it's just panic mode. And then he's going to capture this property. He's going to capture these. So, it's starting to get scary. Starting to get scary. I'm very worried. I have a huge income advantage. He's got more units. But he's scaring me over here. I'm scaring him over here, but he's got a war tank to block me off, which is annoying. And my copters are not in range of hitting the war tank, unfortunately. He backs off from the HQ, though. Wisely, because I was going to beat his ass senseless. Try to take my HQ. Kaplowser. I'm gonna give you a knuckle duster, Grim style. Anyway, I start. He's got free real estate over here. I'm getting greedy. Look, you're getting my shit over here and stuff. I'm getting greedy. I'm getting that shit. You can have all that bullshit. Bring my dust over here because there's no anti-air at all, and there's a bomber, so I'm like yummers. Bring my copter in to do some damage to a CO unit, but I'm not able to kill it, unfortunately. I capture this because YOLO. No real other comment on that. I could have attacked the war tank, but I think it would have done like a tickle. Like 2 damage at most, maybe. Probably a roll, probably did like 1 damage. Boomba. I'm getting very close to my power. I'm going to get my power. I don't think he can 2-hit KO me on this HQ over here, because I'm going to have plus 30 defense, plus veterancy. No, yeah. 50 plus HQ, 90% increase in defense. Yeah, you're not killing that shit. Sorry. You ain't killing that. But I'm scared shitless over here, I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, I should have brought my tank over here so we wouldn't have been able to wrap around, but instead I put my weak infantry that could get easily killed by a mech. So that was a no-no on my part. That was a bad play. But, you know, it is what it is. Learn from your mistakes, do as increment. I built another Dusta because I see this stupid bomber and I hate it. Maybe I should have built a fighter, but fighters only do freaking 65. Bombers are OP, though. So. But, let's look at the statty poos. I am ahead on unit value. I'm behind on units. As usual, head on income. I'm always ahead on income. I'm always ahead on income. He pops his superpower, though. The music starts playing, and Lynn's bullshits all get... Lynn's bullshits all get 30-30, except for the bomber. The bomber doesn't... Whoa! The bomber doesn't do 30-30. I think it just gets 10-10. But all the ground units get 30-30, so I'm going to get wrecked. So that's not cool. Yeah, a lot of things are one shot. Boom. 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 Yeah, if he didn't have the power there, I would have lived. And then I would have healed up being Brenner. So that was frustrating, and I can't even hit the bomber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's just covered. Too much bullshit in the way. So that sucked. He did a lot of damage to me. He's ahead 40,000 units, or 40,000, and he's ahead 11 units right now. So I saw that turn, and I was pissed. I was like, that's some bullshit. I'm gonna say bullshit like 500 times during this match, just to be perfectly honest. However, I don't give up. Remember what I said earlier, the Deej doesn't give up. Because now, my super's coming, bitch. And I got plenty of proppies. I actually bring my Dusta in, because I want this property so bad. I'm like, I think an anti-air only does like, well, after I use a superpower, that anti-air is only going to do like 5 damage to my Duster. And I wanted that property badly, because I'm the property king. Yeah, I'm ahead 5k on proppies. Kind of a big deal. Use my super, I go in over here, because I'm like, you can't kill me, bro. Everything heals. This is now at 7 HP. Unfortunately, not able to kill that tank. I built my own bomber, because I see how overpowered bombers are. Boom, bop. Kill off the anti-air. The tank comes in, I think I attack that mech. I build an anti-air because he's got 1 copter, and I know this one's gonna die, or probably will die. So, actually it won't die, so I probably shouldn't have built an anti-air there, but I wanted to lock this airport. So there's something you might notice though. That happened to me earlier, remember I got base locked? Duster, 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 Duster. That's right. You ain't got me, bitch. Who can play that base locking game, okay? You base lock me over here. You base lock me over here. I'm gonna base lock your ass down here. Oh, it ain't over till it's over. Oh, DJ ain't going down without a fight. Oh, no, siree, Bob. Oh, no, DJ's still alive. Look, I'm still behind on units. I'm still behind unit value. But I'm still ahead 6k on income. And I'm okay with that. I think I can still survive. However, he's going to capture everything over here now. And I have no counterplay, so I'm going to lose that. But, yeah. That's the power of defense, baby. I probably should have retreated that artillery instead of trying to attack feebly. I should have retreated it and also had this anti-tank as well. That was a dumb play on my part. That was a baboon brain play by far. Should have brought this back to the big ball of force over here. In retrospect, I sacked a lot of units. That's why my unit count is so shit. I have better income, but I just sack my units needlessly because I'm dumb. Which is okay. It's okay being dumb sometimes. Anyway, he's capturing a whole bunch of shit. And I'm not cool with that. But at least I'm going to get that. I'm going to bring my anti-air down, make sure he doesn't get a fighter or some bullshit. And yeah. Base lock for a base lock. I think if I do that, I can survive. Bring down my units to get some charge, because I like charge. Bring my bomber down over here. I'm flexing because he doesn't have an anti-air. I'm like, I dare you to take another step, you little son of a snitch. I love my big beefy bombers. I have a lot of income. I got more income than you, buddy boy. I can pump out a bomber every single turn. Ain't no shit's given. Straight DG living. Boom, boom. Bring my anti-air down. Finish off this little mechs and bullshits in the corner. My Duster did his job. Retreat. Probably build a tank here or something to protect against the anti-air, I'd assume. Copter comes in, free hit. Duster, straight up chilling. Straight up chilling. Yeah, build a tank and a copter. So I'm pretty much airport locking red at this point. Once I kill that infantry. He actually, so look. He deletes these units because he doesn't want to give me charge, which is kind of, no, I think he attacks actually. I don't know, he deleted or he attacked. He did one of the two. But I didn't really care either way. Brings his tanks in, combines them to keep his veteran C, or his super strong, whatever the hell. Brings in his big beefy tank. Unfortunately, barely in range of the anti-air, so I was a little pissed off about that. Honestly, I was tempted to attack. Then I have an anti-tank to punish whatever comes attacks it, so I thought about it. But I didn't. Plot, spoiler alert. Unfortunately, I couldn't really protect this sad little boy over here, who was ultimately killed, but at least I got that property for a bit. My income is still off the chains! Oh, never mind. I only have a 1k income lead, by virtue of this bullshit going on over here. So that's a little annoying. But, I'm going to capture this property. Things are not all doomed. Things are not all doom and gloom. So, I'm holding down this property. Now I'm threatening to just completely take the whole base. Forget about blocking. I'm taking that shit. Get the extra aura, because we aura cool. That's why. Bring my bomber down, because I want to get centralized in the middle again. Duster. So, I forget why I brought it over here, but I did. Oh yeah, to defend against the medium tank, or mid, whatever the hell it's called. 1, 2, 3, 4, it would be able to reach if not. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that this unit can wrap around like that, so I actually, I should have put that right here. But then he was going to bring his anti-air anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, some dumb shit going on over there. Some dumb shit. Building my biker over here because I want to take all his properties at the bottom. His bomber can't really attack me there because I have anti-air support. I built a fighter now, not realizing how shitty they are. They're really shitty. They really nerfed them for some stupid reason, even though they cost as much as the bomber. Made bombers better, but they made fighters worse because God knows why. So that's kind of dumb. But, getting close to my superpower. Let's look at the statty poos. Pretty even though it's his turn though, he's going to be ahead. Like I said, still I have a 1k advantage in income. Still have 1k advantage in income. Bomber comes in. So here's another stupid play on my part. I should have put the tank over here. By putting it there, just in range of the bomber, I considered resigning here, perfectly honest. It was so dumb. I was like, how can I make such a stupid mistake? I mean, it's a live game, but I was so upset with myself. I was like, really? Really, Deej? You allowed his anti-air to get in just by... Why did you put it on the bridge? You could have put it on the city, could have put it anywhere, but... Yeah, I was pissed about that move. At this point, I considered myself winning. Even though it's kind of murky how the things are. Even though he has more bases than me, I'm going to capture all of these properties. And he's going to get those properties, but this is a lot bigger treasure chest than this one over here. Because I'll have 2 airports, and he'll have 0 airports. So that's kind of a big deal. However, by bullshitting this up, now he clearly has a lead. But I still have income. So I'm going to capture that property. Boomba. Boom! Get that base. Yeah, buddy. Boom! Here's the thing I was proud of. Oop. Bring my aura over here, because it wouldn't have one-hit KO that anti-tank otherwise. Actually, I don't think it still didn't. But after that, able to one-hit KO over there. Able to do a lot of damage over there. And the reason why I wasn't really scared of this AA attacking my bomber, because that one can't reach. It's in my aura right there. He's going to do 3 damage, and I'm going to heal that up with a superpower, and I have 56 charge. And he can't kill my tank, so this bomber is basically 100% safe. I even bring my copter over here. I think he's going to attack with his anti-air, but that's still cool. I don't care. Now I get 59. Just literally need 1 charge, and I'm good to go. I think I ran out of time this turn. So the interesting thing is, in Days of Ruin and Tiny Wars, instead of losing when you run out of time, it just ends your turn automatically. So when I ran out of time, my turn just ended. Wasn't able to build a unit. Look how weak fighters are. I wanted to slam my hand down on something in frustration, but they're so damn weak. Bring my copter over here because I think it's a seemingly free hit, as long as that anti-air can't reach me. I built another copter as a suicide mission. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, okay? Probably, I bring my anti-tank over here. That's a pretty good deterrent, to be perfectly honest. Anti-tanks are pretty nice. So, holding on. Ooh, let's pause it first. He kills off my copter, needless to say. Yeah, he's ahead on everything. Mostly units, so that's annoying. But, actually, I'm ahead in unit, or in captures. Income. So I'm a little pissed. Boom bah! Kills off my tank. Boom bah! Kills off a few of my units. Suicides that unit. I think he actually deleted it because he didn't want to give charge. My turn ended, so I actually was not able to bring my copter. My turn ended before I could even move this. Because I ran out of time. So, he did a lot of damage. Oh shit, I skipped too much stuff. Boom ba doom ba doom 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 ba. Delete that. Killed my, where were we? Killed my Duster over there. Copter comes in. Could have built an anti its turn, but I didn't because I'm a dum-dum. Tank comes in out of the woodwork. Some weird, I don't even know where it came from, but it came from over here. Apparently it could reach. I didn't think it could reach for some reason. Attacks my mech. I probably should have built anything but a mech. I probably should have built a tank. Anything. I had the funds. That's a sad thing. I had the funds. I had 3,000, so I could have built something else. But I didn't. Because me dum-dum. And, yeah, so that's frustrating now. So in order to kill this bomber, I have to go onto that base. Which sucks. A fat one. And I don't want to do that. Now he withdraws his tank because it's weak. But honestly, you don't even need the tank to be strong. It's the aura that matters more than the unit itself. A lot of people, they build like, oh, battleship CO unit. Oh, bomber CO unit. Nah, keep it simple. Tanks, B-copters, what have you. Dusters. It's more about the aura than the unit itself. So that's one thing I learned from my Days of Ruin knowledge. I'm capturing a lot of props, though. Triple capping. That's what's happening. Back in the income lead, 4K, baby. I'm not giving up that income. I still have not relinquished, despite losing this all over here. And never once lost the income lead. That's right. Never once. Ooh, yeah. Now I get the charge, so I can heal up my fighter boy, but he's still doing jack shit. That's the sad part. That's the saddest part here. Look how much it does. 5 damage during a superpower to a bomber. So that was just, oh, just wonderful. At this point, I think I kill off this copter and I attack that anti-air because it's really annoying. Build an anti-air over there. Yeah, kill off the copter. Oh yeah, I was able to get through by virtue of being cool. So, and then now that I'm not base locked by this artillery anymore, I should build something beefy. I forget what I built. Even Dusta's getting involved. Everyone loves Dusta. How about a big ass war tank? Let's see if it holds up. I got a power too, so it's pretty strong. But that aura. First he attacks that. And the biker comes in too. Ouchie. That's how strong it is. Oh, it's at 7 and it still lives. Well, I have my power up, but still that's strong. And it was in the aura as well. It had 30-30. 40 because it has the whatever the hell's. Fortunately, my copter gets blasted by that stupid anti-air. And he's recapping all these properties while I recap his properties over there, so it's kind of a stalemate in terms of proppies. My Dusta, it lived a long, healthy life. It's running low on fuel. It's done its job, to be honest. He doesn't have... That airport is basically... It's locked, so I'm about to have 2 airports, so I don't really need my anti-air anymore, perfectly honest. All my anti-air, my fighters are useless. So, I kind of treated them like garbage at this point, because I'm like, I don't need them anymore. Brings his tanky in. Other tanky still overloading me at the top, though. That's a lot of units to deal with. A lot of units to deal with. And he sacks his copter over there, which I'm fine with. Boomba. Boomba. Get the cap. Kill that off. Cappy, cappy, cappy. Triple cap again-y. Yeah, because we're not giving up. Boom. Let's get some more charge, people. Bring my copter down. Gotta kill this anti-air, but it's in range of that little stupid shit. I could have... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought about building a bomber this turn, but I opted not to. Honestly, I think the fighter would have died to the anti-air if it was in the aura zone. I think it doesn't take that much. Yeah, it takes 70. It would have died. It would have died. Bring my anti-tank down. Now I'm starting to shift slightly up. I need to save that base over there. That base is getting a little scary. I have a big bomber over here, so all is not lost. Big beefy bomber is not giving up yet. Get a free kill. I mean, it's 1 HP, so it didn't really matter. Actually, I probably should have maybe attacked it. No, it wouldn't one shot before, but anyway. Build a medium tank. As he built a medium tank over here, I got to get the big boys out. Even though it's only 12k now, they're not as strong as normal medium tanks. They're more like tank and a half, so they're not that great. Bring my fighter down. I don't know why. I just brought it down because I need... I have no idea. I bring my fighter down. But... it's scary what's going on the top. However, he actually withdraws his anti-tank, which is fine. Actually, he kind of had to. But this is the power of the aura. Medium tank does more to the war tank than the war tank does back. So that's the power of the plus 30-30. Versus my plain-ass war tank on a road, which theoretically should demolish that medium tank. However, the Lin aura is strong. It's not as strong as Tabitha, but as strong as hell. Infantry coming in, I'm getting scared of the cap now. He's only got 1 anti-air, though. And I have... oh, no, he's got 2 anti-air. That's annoying. Does this reach? Oh, it does not quite reach. Okay. So the fact that he has 2 anti-air is a little disconcerting. I wish he had just 1. So my bomber could kill that and go to town. You know, it's my cap over here, but I got a medium tank. I'm going to beat the shit out of him. So that's just how it is. Starts a medium tank chain over here. Actually attacks my... my CO unit. A little ballsy if you ask me, but I didn't mind. I was like, yeah, it's free extra charge. Maybe trying to cut me off. I'm not going to get cut off. Not Brainy Bren. I'm going to just expand my zone. That's what's going to go on. Boom. Kill that off. Recap that. That is mine because he can't reach over here. Look at that. Sweet. Delays that cap over there in the corner, which is kind of annoying. Boomba. Boomba. Let's look at the income. What's it? Oh, it hasn't updated yet. It hasn't updated yet, but I definitely am ahead on income. What the hell? I don't know, it hasn't updated. But I'm still behind on everything else, which is annoying. Bomber comes in, I actually kill off a CO unit. That's right. I was pissed off by that CO unit. And I needed it dead. Even though it wasn't as worth as much as this or this or this, I had to kill it. It just had to die. But sadly, I'm in range of 2 anti-airs, and I need to kill off that one, but I can't quite reach it. So that was frustrating, but I bring my Duster in as a blocker, bring my Fighter in as another blocker. My anti-tank gets a kill, my medium tank gets a kill. All in all, not a terrible turn. I bring my anti-air in because they're not doing jack shit. I figured they might as well kill other anti-air, weaken infantry, do something. He's not going to have any planes because I have airport locked him. Man, I wish stealths exist for this one time in history. I wish stealths exist, because I would have just won probably right here. Spamming stealth spams. Spamming stealths, and then make 3 of those bad boys. Because I have income lead, control of 2 airports. That's basically the criteria for effective stealths. Oh, so looking forward to that. But unfortunately, it was not meant to be. There's no stealths in Days of Ruin. So, brings in the first anti-air. Doesn't actually attack my bomber, attacks the copter, which I was like, whatever. Gets a lucky roll. I was kind of pissed off on that because, like I said, my units that are weak are a lot more valuable than normal because I'm Brenner. I can heal them. They become useful again. One-shots my, whatever the hell it's called, fighter. It was useless anyway, but it's still annoying. But now, his CO unit comes in, takes a hit on me over there. Ouchie. Medium tank comes in, attacks. Real tank comes in with 8. That does a lot of damage. That's how you know medium tanks are weak now. An 8 tank does 4 damage to a medium tank on a city. Which is kind of bull S. I'm just gonna say that word so many times. Anyway, it's feisty over here in range of my anti-tank, which is a little interesting, but whatever. Medium tank though, I don't really care. I got a backup medium tank and I have my aura of fun. So, let's look at the statty poos. Oh, something died. Oh! Duster! Best Buy gift card it is. $25. No, $50. I love that Duster. Breaks my heart. Is it gonna reflect me having the income? Oh, I lost the income lead! No! Got it back. Or now it's tied. But that was annoying. But my bomber coming in, and I'm like, you know what? I know there's an anti-air there. I know there's an anti-air there. But bombers have better defense than normal in this game. Anti-air only do 70 instead of like 90, I think, in the base game. No, 85 in the base game. Now they only do 70. I'm Brenner, so mine will heal. I'm like, you know what? They're 20k. They're stronger. I'm just gonna spam bombers, man. I don't know what else I'm gonna do. I'm base locked. Like, I don't know what's going on anywhere. I originally was gonna go in the middle to fortify the position at the top, but I ultimately decided to come back to the bottom for some reason. Bring this tank away probably because it's scary. I actually sacked my anti-air over here. Like I said earlier, he has no air units, so there's no point. Because I know there was a chain coming. Boomba, boomba, boomba. You know, there's so many chains. I take priority in interrupting his income than I would for sacking 7k of an anti-air. I didn't really care if he gets charged for it. So, didn't mind. He's going to bring this down in one shot, probably, but who cares? Whoop, let's go back. What happened there? Oh yeah, my anti-air dies. And now his war tank, whatever the hell. Yeah, see? That's how strong the bombers are, boy. Can't even kill it. Kill off his anti-air. Now he's picking on my war tank, man. Haters gonna hate. Bye-bye, war tank. Or whatever. No. I don't know what half the names of this shit. Anti-tank. Anti-tank. That was a good anti-tank. I liked it. It went all the way from over here to the middle and did a bunch of shit. Now it's starting to back off. Starting to back off. I'm like, back, boy. Get back. Back. Attacking with the... I didn't mind that at all because I'm getting charged from that because it is in my zone. So now I'm gonna... How much charge do I have now? 39. I'm getting close to another superpower. I'd love another superpower for these beautiful baby bombers over here. The bomber boys are back in town. I get off a cheeky little hit over there because I'm feisty. Back to the income lead? Not... how do I still have the income lead? I have all of the middle. All this. I don't know. How do I not have the income lead? Honestly, I have no idea how I don't have the income lead. Maybe it's because I don't have this property right there. But I felt in my head that I had the income lead. Just looking at this map, it would appear that I have the income lead. But I apparently do not, by virtue of whatever this bullshit says. But, oh my god, is this updated? Let's look at the value. 67,000? This is like 30,000 together. I have a really low unit value. Units are pretty bad, pretty bad too, but jeez, really low on the value over there. Damn. Okay. But if I get my superpower, all will be okay. I'll capture these 2 properties back. It's in my aura. Let's get that income lead. I'm not dead over here like I used to be. I'm still alive, or I thought I was. This is a pesky little CO unit, but it's not really a threat because it's not near the units over there. But now that war tank is a pest. I'm not gonna lie, that war tank is a big ass pest. So now I gotta kill that and build a unit in order to defend. However, this anti-tank is in range. You probably base lock me as well. And the tanks are also coming into range over here as well, or the mechs are coming into range over here to capture the middle back. The crown, the gem in my crown is this middle over here. I had it the whole game. I'm not giving up that middle. And he fakes me out. He's like, "No, it's all you, good, dude. You got it." And then comes right back, scoots his pooch right back. That was not even a turn, but you know, he came right back, scooted that pooch. I'm like, okay, I need. So what I need to do? Okay, first income lead, because what is Aegis without an income lead? Second, I need to get the healing. When I get the healing, I probably get 30k worth of damages healed. At least 30k. And that's going to be a full HP bomber, KO in 1 hit. Bring this down, KO in 1 hit. 8 to 9 with the power. Or at least kill that shit. And then, like, I don't know. I needed that power. But he withdrew everything from here. He didn't even bother to stop the caps. I was so pissed. I was like, why didn't you suicide to stop my caps? So I was pissed off. Finally, income lead back, 4k, but I'm half the unit value. I'm frustrated. I'm peeved. My weakened bombers. I'm building another bomber. I am going balls to the wall with these bombers, man. I don't know what else to do. Maybe I build an anti-tank here? I think an anti-tank here would actually be better than a bomber in this situation, because he has nothing to do. I don't know how much an anti-tank does to another anti-tank. 55, but I'm on a base. I would have lived. If I built an anti-tank there, I would have lived a hit. So maybe I should have built an anti-tank instead of a bomber, but I'm going crazy with the bombers, man. They're just too cheap, they're too good, they're nice, they're sweet, they're loving, they're heartfelt. You know, bombers that blow up people and murder people in their homes and responsible for millions of deaths. Yeah, beautiful, loving, caring bombers. Anyway, now comes the anti-tank. Ouch. Ouch. Sacks off the anti-air. Kills my beautiful bomber. Caps my airport. Blocks me again. Now it's really not looking good. And he's away from my aura over there. He's getting near double again. He's getting near double again. I got my bombers though, but is it enough? I need the superpower. And I can't get the superpower this turn, because if I move my unit to get the aura, you need to click your unit to use the thing. So if you don't kill anything in the zone here first, you cannot use your superpower. So if I move this over here to attack, or even just position it over here and get my power, I have to wait till the turn after, because I have to click on this unit itself and click use CO power. It's not a little drop down menu where you use CO power. You have to use it from the unit. So I'm not going to get my CO power this turn. He wisely withdraws from this area from my CO power, so I won't get full HP bombers. So I was very upset about that. Let's look at the stats. He's double. Head 8. I still have the income lead. Okay. 2 turns I didn't have the income lead. How many turns have been going on here? 24? 22 of those turns I had the income lead, so at least I have that. But I resign, because this is, I needed the power. I don't know what's going on. He's going to overcome there. He's going to get the airport back. I don't know. It was a tough game, man. I think I would have won if I didn't make that blunder right there. And then secondly, I think I really blew it. This turn right here, bomber comes in, kills the tank. This comes in, attacks the fighter. I think I was winning here as well. Of course, I have income advantage. Pretty even on units, a little behind on units, but pretty equal on unit value. That's kind of where things went south. And I was going to get this property. I probably would have been able to hold him off if I kept my fighter to kill, make sure the bomber lives. And also my tank over here, preventing the caps as well. Protecting this unit over there. I think that's why I moved it up to the bridge. If I put it one back here, it would not protect my my biker Bob over there. But, so many wasted opportunities. But it's a live game. I have to understand. I was very frustrated, but I had a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie. This was a very fun game. But I felt victory was in my grasp. And I messed up a lot of times. Also, I think my positioning over here is a little dumb. I could have, instead of putting this infantry over there, I could put my tank over there. He would not have been able to kill my anti-air. He would have not been able to kill my anti-air without that. I mean, his bomber could come in and kill it, but then it would be open to a attack from, or maybe it wouldn't. I would have found a way to make, if I move this infantry here, his bomber would not be able to kill me. Imagine the bomber wouldn't have been able to come in, and I had my superpower next turn. 3 baboon brain mistakes. If I don't mess up on any of those 3, I think I win. I think my chances are above 80% chance winning. I'm not 100% chancing winning. I had income advantage, map control of the center. But all the same, Plague played very well. He was at a disadvantage by virtue of COs. He used his CO power quite well. He only got 1 CO charged. I did a pretty good job denying it for the most of the game. I only allowed 1 off, whereas I had 2, and I was soon to get a 3rd. This mech over here kind of caught me off guard. Had all these mechs, and like, he's super defensive. He's not going to do jack shit. Then all of a sudden, charge of the mechs, like March of the Penguins, but charge of the March of the mechs over here. And then the bomber in tandem with the mechs and the timing. The timing of the push really got me there. Caught me off guard. I scrambled around. What do I do? Where do I put my anti-air? I scrambled. I only had 3 minutes to decide what to do. So unfortunately, I bungled that up. But I still think I played pretty decently overall for a live match. Because I was winning at a lot of points in the game. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. But I like having games where I lost so I can look back and see what I did wrong. And plus, I've had a lot of games where I've won recently. I started off this channel, I had a lot of games where I lost, and I kind of preferred that. Because a lot of people on YouTube like, oh, I won this game, and this game, and this game. It's like an ego thing. Personally, I don't care if I lose or win. If it's a banger, I'm uploading that shit 100%. So this was a banger in my eyes. It was a lot of fun. Plague's a good dude. I talked with him a lot. He discussed a lot of things. I should have built in a anti-tank over here earlier on as well. I think that would have helped out. Maybe I wouldn't have maybe win, but it would have made the game more competitive towards the end when he kind of tipped the scales in his favor. But yeah, there's a lot to learn. A lot to learn from this map. Keeping your CO unit, or keeping your units away from the CO unit, delete them. Get them away to prevent a CO power is also a very strong thing. If I had a CO power there, I might have been able to do something, but I was not able to get one. Now withdrawing this artillery is another stupid thing. I was careless with my units overall. There's 3 big mistakes where I would have won if any of those changed, and then the last one was just like sacking units when I didn't have to sack units. Sacking tanks. Attacked a tank to attack this mech here. I sacked an artillery to do 1 damage to an anti-air or anti-tank. Like, there's just a lot of dumb shit I did in terms of sacking units, but it's a live game. Had a lot of fun. I hope you guys learned a lot from this match. I hope you guys learned about Brenner, or learned about Lynn. But yeah, this was a fun match, and it was exhausting. The game itself lasted 2.5 hours. 5 minutes, 3-minute increments. But we had 25 turns-ish, and each one of us gets 3 minutes a turn, so that's 6 minutes. 25 times 6, 50 times 3, 150 minutes. Yeah, it's basically 2 hours and a half. So, yeah, this is a long-ass game. We were exhausted by the end, but it was fun. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.